Hey y'all, what's up, what's up? If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you old, it's like y'all geeking this morning. I hope y'all having a wonderful day, wonderful 2 days starting to your week. I ain't gonna be too long on here, but I got a little break at school, so I wanted to come on here and talk about people who are in their children's life full time. I posted that series of videos in my community tab for mothers and fathers, you know, the mothers who's keeping their children out of their fathers' lives for whatever reason. If it's not for health reasons, and if it's not for health reasons, if it's not for keeping them out of danger, you know, they're a danger to the child, then you have no business keeping a parent out of the child's life. If you do not have custody of your children, then you need to get custody of your children. You need to make a file for joint custody, split custody, whatever. Do the fucking work. Because I realize I bring the truth to people, and people don't be wanting to hear their truth. You feel me? They don't want to hear their truth. They really don't. They want to keep on living in their delusion and their psychosis of what they think based on their emotional and instability on what they should do. And instead of doing what was necessary to make sure that you have rights to see your children, you sitting around making excuses. Like, soon as I hear a man blame his baby mother about why he ain't went to court, I'm like, sir, did you go to court? Did you file for custody? No. Was you on child support? No. So you're gonna blame your child's mother for doing what she had to do, what was necessary, even if she had to move back home to help her out because you was a piece of shit. You couldn't do what was necessary to provide for your child and making sure she had a roof over their head, his head, whoever, clothes on their back. You're able to pay the gas and electric, the water bill. Being a full-time parent is not fucking easy, especially if you're doing it by yourself. It's not easy, and anybody that say it is, they lying. Anybody that want to come on and try to act like being a single mother is cool, it's cool beans, it's the thing to do, I'm an independent woman type of bullshit. Y'all fucking lying to society. You lying to yourself. You living in delusion and psychosis as well. And we got a lot of people out here doing that shit. We got a lot of people out here living in delusion because women want to be independent and men don't want to put in that work. I met one single father my whole entire life. Let me stop. Throughout me dating, I've only met one single father whose baby mother was absent in his child's life, his children, because he had two, in his children's lives. And I totally get it. I understand the sacrifices he had to make. If this man did not have his support group, his mother, his brother, his sister, people who are able to watch his children while he's at work, his life will be much harder than it is. So don't knock somebody if they have to move back home with their parents or moving with an auntie, a grandma, an uncle, whoever, because doing it by yourself is not fucking easy. Every time my son have a tantrum, my youngest son have a tantrum, I think about the replications of me having to deal with this because I don't have a support system as far as his father's dead. So me trying to find a sufficient husband, a sufficient boyfriend, a sufficient life partner has failed because these niggas out here, most of them ain't even taking care of their own fucking kid. So they not about to take care of yours. That's that on that. Like, they not about to take care of yours. They not about to come into your household and be what they supposed to be. I've even had a man in my life that was in my household, and he would get mad at me because I needed a break from my children. Like, any man that gets mad at you because you say you need a break from your child, he's a piece of shit. And he has no idea what it's like to do this shit on your own. You rarely get any personal time. Anytime I try, I be tired. I try to go home and take a nap. Oh, I can't. Because my son having a goddamn tantrum and need me to be on top of his ass. Because he don't have a father in his life. The importance of having both parents in a child's life on a consistent basis. Ain't nobody talking about you weekend parents. You parents, mostly fathers, that pick up your child once a week, take them to the park, and drop them back off. Or you might take them out to eat, drop them back off, take them to some place to play, drop them back off and shit. If you don't have overnight with your children, if you're not staying with this child, you don't have custody and you don't want to do the work, I ain't got no rep. Like, I feel like I bring the fucking truth to these niggas, and they don't want to hear this shit. That's why they either cut themselves off or I cut your ass off. Because what I'm not going to do is have you in my fucking life and you not taking care of your fucking children. Like, that's such a turn off. That is a turn off. Any woman that's dealing with a man who's not taking care of his fucking children on a consistent basis. Ain't nobody talking about dropping off no money every once in a while, once a month or whatever. No, I'm talking about consistency. Me and my oldest son's father, he's in his life on a consistent basis. I'm in his life on a consistent basis. That means you have to go through the ups and downs, your children's disrespecting you, their attitudes fluctuating, all of that shit. You don't just get to say, oh no, I'm gonna let the other parent deal with it. No, we both gotta deal with this shit. We both brought these damn children into the world, and we have to deal with their ups, their downs, their cries, their lows, all of that. You don't get no fucking break. So if I'm triggering some of you fuck niggas, I don't give a fuck. Because you ain't gonna sit on no phone with me and talk about how you not taking care of you gonna let the baby mother deal with it. Somebody who keep blaming their baby mother for why you not in your child's life on a consistent basis. That is such a turn off. That is such a fucking turn off to me. Like, soon as you start blaming your ex-wife, your baby mother, nigga, you ain't nobody tell you plant that seed in her. Ain't nobody tell you plant that fucking seed. You chose to do that shit. You chose to plant your seed in a bitch that you spent too much time with. You spent too much time with when all the red flags was there. We all do it. I've done it. I'm gonna come back on here later and tell y'all about my youngest son, father, because I don't know if I talked about him and our relationship and how, you know, the toxicity and the shit that I've dealt with and all of that. Like, I'm gonna come back on here later and talk about that because I ain't got the time right now. But I needed to come on here and let y'all know, like, if you're a mother, if you're a father, and you are not actively in your child's life on a consistent basis, and you have issues with significant others, if you have issues with the other child parent, guess what? Go to court. I don't know about no other state, but here in Maryland, you can go see pro se lawyers and they don't charge you. They don't charge you for their services. It's first come, first serve. Get your ass down there early and go talk to the pro se lawyers. They'll tell you what paperwork need to be filed, how much it's going to cost, bring the money, and they'll file it for you. They will file the fucking paperwork for you. All you have to do is pay the goddamn money. So I'm not trying to hear your fucking excuses. I ain't hearing no nigga excuses in 2022 and on. You don't get no excuses. I don't want to hear about, I can't call you, I can't text you, I can't call my child, I can't do this. You don't get no excuses. The only excuses you have is if the other parent is a danger to the child, their mental health, or they abusive. That's it. No excuses, y'all. We not taking no excuses from these niggas and from these females. 2022 on forward. Peace, love, and blessings, y'all. Holla.